Ladies, if you wear wigs, weaves, braids, or extensions,
and if you're tender-headed like me,
or tangled just like me,
or have thick hair like mine,
or hate getting your hair combed,
keep watching.
Hi guys, thanks for checking out another TM hair products video. In today's video, we are using clip ends. Yes, ma'am, clip ends. Simple, easy, like a quick way of doing a weave. If you want to weave, that's easy to put in and out. But all I'm doing is taking her hair loose. She had a low bun, and as you can see, her hair is pretty dirty and it's packed together. So I'm going to show you how I detangle her hair. The first thing I do is I try to separate her hair into medium sections. So I clip it out of the way. And for me, clips are necessary. It keeps me organized. As you can see, I clipped her hair out of the way. So this section, I'm going to spray this section with water. Water is necessary because it makes the hair more pliable. Like when your hair is packed together and matted together, water helps to loosen it up. So it helps your hair receive the detangler. We will be using TM hair products, smooth through detangler to detangle and deep condition our hair. Now, my daughters have more matting at the root, and then they have tangles at the end. So that's what my focus is now. Because her hair was in a bun, it was still kind of stretched, so her ends are not that bad. I just had to work on the root. And what you have to do to make sure you're able to detangle your hair properly is the detangler have to work from one end to the other. So as you can see, I put it on the front and then I worked it in through the back, and then I'm going to work it in under the bottom of this one. So that ensures that the detangler has worked completely through the hair. And I hope that makes sense, because if not, you are only detangling the top part of your hair. And I hope that makes sense. So I like to work it in if it's too thick, because the detangler is concentrated. If it's too thick, add some water and start detangling. Now, you would use the appropriate detangler amount for your hair's thickness, your hair's type, your hair level of matting. So the amount I use, you may not need to use the amount I use. You may need to use more or less. So it depends on how matted your hair is, how long it's been up, how thick it is. So all of those are factors. So when you see my videos and sometimes you guys think, oh, I'm using a lot of product. Well, you can't feel in her hair the way I feel. You don't see what I see. So just to let you guys know, I'm not using too much. I'm using the appropriate amount for her hair's tangles and types, and her hair tangles, types, and matting for that particular hairstyle at that time. And I hope that makes sense. So once I finish this section, I love to clip the hair out of the way. For me, it's important to stay organized when doing their hair, because their hair is so coily. It'll coil back up on itself and I have to re-detangle it and all that. And I don't want all of that. So it's necessary for me to stay organized. So once I completely detangle a section, I twist that section and then I move on to the next section. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to our family channel. It's just us. It will be in the link. I'll put a link below. So don't forget to subscribe to that channel. Now, again, like I told you guys, we are using clip ends, and this was new to her. So, and she really enjoyed them. So you will see more videos to come with these clip ends. But you know, I am the worst parter. I struggle with parting. So, and what I'm showing you, this technique I'm showing you when we install these clip ends, is you can do the same technique if you wear a wig. Exact same technique. I'm using the Perfect, this is styling aid, to mold her hair down. And I want to mold her hair down. I want it slick. I mean slick, like she's bald slick. And when you use this technique and the Perfect, this is styling aid to do your to wear your wigs, it's not greasy, so it won't have your wigs greasy. You guys know, any of you guys know my videos, you know I do not like greasy stuff. So the styling aid isn't greasy, but the same technique I am using to slick her hair down is the same technique I use sometimes when I'm wearing a wig and my wig isn't greasy, because the styling aid isn't greasy. Now I'm just twisting the front out of the way, and you'll see why a little later on in the video. And also, just to let you guys know, I rinsed the detangler out, shampooed her hair, reapplied the detangler as a deep conditioner, and rinsed the detangler out after deep conditioning and blow dried her hair. So now that we're at the blow dry state, I am going to slick her hair down until I can't no more. So I'm doing it in layers. I'm going to add the Perfect Assist styling aid on top of this layer, get this as slick as I can, and then I'm going to add the Perfect Assist styling aid on top of the next 2 layers, and you'll see what I mean in a second, because I want this bun, this ponytail, I want it as low on her neck as possible. That is crucial for this styling. Obviously you'll see why at the end of the video. So what I'm doing is I'm adding the Perfect Assist styling aid on top of her hair. This may look like a lot, but as I brush it into her hair, you see how it just melts into her hair as I brush it. Now it looks like a lot because I'm adding it on top and I'm working it into her hair. So it's not as much as you think it is. It's only because I'm adding it on top of this layer of hair, and this is a thick section of hair. Now, as I work it in, and you'll see that later on in the video, that her hair doesn't look greasy. Her hair it has a nice shiny luster, but it doesn't look greasy. It doesn't look like I packed too much product on her hair, and I hope that makes sense to you guys. So this is the second section. I'm going to slick this section down on top of the first section at the bottom. As you can see, before I even start adding the styling aid, I'm brushing the hair in the direction that I want it to go. That's important. So now that I have it brushed in the direction that I want it to go, I'm adding the styling aid on top of this section of hair. And watch when I brush it into her hair, how the styling aid literally melts into her hair. That's the beautiful thing about the styling aid. And what you can also do if you're going to wear a wig or not a weave, but a wig, once you add the styling aid onto your hair, sit under the hooded dryer for about 15 minutes and let the rest of it just melt into your hair. So your hair is going to stay moisturized but not greasy underneath your wig. As you can see, as I brush it through, how it's working into her hair, because again, I put it on top of her hair, and with the brush and with my hand, I'm working it into her hair. So all of her hair is going to be moisturized while she's wearing these extensions. Clip-ins, I'm sorry. And I'm showing a lot of it because I know a lot of you guys like to see the majority of the steps. So I'm showing you how I got her hair molded down. Now, how you install your clip-ins, that's totally up to you, your creativity. I show you a little bit here, but I'm going to warn you that my battery um, was dying on my camera. But you could see the gist of I almost snatched the girl head off. I told her to hold your neck still because I need this slick. But you'll see the gist of it, how I put them in. As you can see, you see how slick her hair is, how it's laying down. Now for me, again, the styling aid contains water. I don't care if her hair starts to revert back to its natural state. That doesn't bother me because it's going to be under these clip-ins, and these clip-ins mimic her natural hair's texture and curl pattern very closely. So as you can see, remember when I put the styling aid in and it was like really, really white? And as you can see, as I work it in with my hand, you see how it's just literally melting into her hair. That's what we want. And you see how slick her hair is. Her hair is slick to her head. You could actually see the shape of her head. That is what we want. Now, once I have it slicked the way I want to, again, I want this ponytail as low as possible on the back of her neck. So, and as you can see, if you look at her hair does not look greasy after I put the styling aid on it. It does not look greasy. Even my hands are not greasy because the styling aid isn't greasy. It contains the perfect balance of oils and moisturizers to keep the hair moisturized but not greasy. As you can see, her natural wave pattern is coming back in too. So if you're a natural girl and you like to show off your natural curl pattern for like wash and goes, or even buns and things like this is perfect for that. As you can see how her hair is actually reverting and her wave pattern is coming through right before your eyes. And again, I'm just working it in because I want her hair as slick as possible. I want it to lay as flat as possible. And this is why I tell you this same technique works on weaves, and it makes the weave, I'm sorry, I said weave, wigs. It makes your wigs lay flat to your head. As you can see, you don't see no lumps, no bumps, anything. How her hair is laying flat to her hair. Now I'm going to braid her hair into a little ball in the back. And now those two little pieces that I left out, now this is totally optional depending on how you want to wear your clip-ins. But I'm just going to slick that down around the sides because she loves the center part. So I'm going to slick that down around the sides, twist it, and wrap it around her ponytail. And you'll see that in just a second. Now, depending on how you want to wear your clip-ins, or if you are wearing a wig, you would just slick all of your hair back. This step isn't necessary. You would slick all of it back, and as you can see, her hair is in a really tight bun in the back. So this hair that I'm twisting now, I'm just going to wrap it around her bun. Now I'm adding the clip-ins. I start as close as possible to the ponytail and just add the clip-ins in your desired style. My battery was dying, so you won't see much of the clip-in action, but you just clip them in the way you want them clipped into the hair. But I would suggest always starting at the nape as closest to the ponytail first. That's styling aid on the clip-ins because I co-washed the clip-ins with the Smooth Through detangler and applied the styling aid. As you can see, the clip-ins aren't greasy either. And here are some finished pictures. This is the back, mimics her hair very closely. As you can see, you can't even see that bun, that ponytail. You can't see it at all, and you can see the clip-ins don't look so greasy. This is a side view, very natural hairstyle. So if you're a natural girl but you want to try something different, you don't want like a full weave, this will be a great hairstyle. We added a braid across the top. And that is it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.